Hey everybody, today it's another quickfire Q&A. You sent me some questions and I'm going to answer them. Let's go. 24 frets or 21 frets, Floyd or Edge tremolo? Neither and neither. I'd have a 22 fret guitar with a string-free body. Super simple. Do you like unicorns? Yes, they're delicious. How long is the longest you've held onto a riff before it went into the song? Mine is 3 years. Usually because of the way I work with making YouTube videos, if I have something I put it straight out. There is one song though called Sanctuary, which I've been working on for about a year. I started it and haven't really finished it, but it will get done at some point and you'll hear it, I think. How do you use the bass lines for 8-string songs? Do you use a guitar? Is there some software to make it sound like a bass? There is some software out there called Trillion, I think it's called, or Trillin, which is a bass sample thing which you could use. It doesn't make a guitar sound like a bass, but no, use a bass. It's not immediately apparent how you tune a bass when you play 8-string guitar, but there's two methods to do it really. There's the Meshuggah method and the periphery method. The periphery method involves tuning down a whole octave as you would with a normal bass. But those tunings, it's just so low, you need a massive bass with a huge scale length to pull it off. That's why Nolly from Periphery uses those fan-fretted dingwalls. The way I do it is the Meshuggah method, which is to use the bass and the guitar in the same octave. So, hang on. So the way you do it is if you had a 4-string bass, you tune F sharp, B, E, A. And if you have a 5-string bass, you just add a low B on the bottom of that. And basically what you're doing there is you're just riding on the low F sharp rather than the B. So that's the way Meshuggah do it, and that's the way I do it too, and I think it's probably the more practical way. I mean, anybody can use a standard 5 or 4-string bass to do it. You don't have to buy a massive multi-scale bass to do that kind of thing. Do you listen to Buckethead? No, not really my thing. I probably couldn't even name one of his songs. Sorry. Top 5 metal riffs. I have to go look at my CDs. This is really specific, but I always like the riff after the solo in the last track on the Black album. I can't remember what the song's called. It goes da 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 da, something like that. Carcass, the verse riff from Heartwork, the intro riff to Blackened, Metallica. Sixth, the outro riff to Skies of the Millennium Night. Strapping Young Lad, Love. Oh, I don't know whether it counts as metal, but the intro riff to Universe and the Ball, Devin Townsend. That's wicked. So simple, I love it. Yeah, so that's 5, I think. What's your approach to practice? Any tips on practicing more effectively? So buy a metronome and get a timer. This was a method which was drilled into me from my guitar teacher, Martin Goulding. Annotation on screen somewhere to his channel. You start slow to a metronome and you do it in increments of 3 to 5 minutes. So whatever exercise you're doing, put a metronome on, let's say at 80 BPM, and set the timer going, and you work on that until the timer goes off. Then you move on to the next exercise, and so on and so forth. And as you go through the weeks, you keep a practice diary, write down exactly your tempos, what exercise you were doing, and you increase the tempo slowly until you get faster. That's the only way to do it. The only way to play fast is to play slow. The only way to play cleanly is to play slow. So it's a really disciplined approach, and it's boring at times, but it's a great method of always moving forward and keeping track of your progress. I want to buy a 7-string guitar priced around $500. What would you suggest? You could check out some of the Korean-made Ibanez's. I think it's called the RG7321, and it's got okay pickups. It's just got a normal straight through the body bridge, no locking, and I think it costs less than $500, so you could probably upgrade either the pickups or the machine heads or something like that. So yeah, check out that one. Thanks for watching everybody. If you have a question, leave them in the comments below, or head over to my Ask FM, or actually anywhere on social media. I have to go now because there's a T1000 around here somewhere and he just won't die. This floor's really uncomfortable. Why am I on the floor?